Okay, and welcome. Oh, I have to. This is the second time I've officially trying to start this as an actual show, and I already forgot how to do it. It is January 22nd. No, not January. June. It's June 22nd, 2021, and this
Still feels like
is.
January though.
It feels. God, it feels. I feel nothing at this point.
It's one. This year has like been gone by super fast, but at the same time, it's feels like it's lasted forever.
Yeah, yeah, it's endless. Oh, I didn't finish. And this is this is. A show that I started because I was bored, based off of an idea that I had because I was bored and because I'm spiteful. And now I'm making it everyone else's problem.
There we go.
And I am your host, if that's what you want to call it, Ramon. And my guest. Oh, I was trying. Wait, which way? Okay, this way. My guest is Spicy Bathwater. Is that Ray?
Yeah.
Rye?
Right.
Okay. Rye.
I just put my username in here because I didn't know if.
That's fine. It doesn't. You could have put whatever up there. I don't.
All right.
I'm not even sure if that shows up on the recording.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So okay. I guess technically I should just talk about like my actual point of me doing stuff, and then if you want to talk about stuff, you can talk about it too.
All right.
But since both of us are terrible at this, I guess we'll just kind of go with it and see what happens, and hopefully it'll be entertaining or
Yeah.
not. I don't really care.
As a content creator, I always feel the need to be entertaining, but sometimes I have difficulty.
I found as a content creator, it doesn't really matter if you're entertaining or not because regardless, people are always willing to watch.
Very true. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I
So,
don't stress too much when I run out of like ideas for content because I know that when I do think of something, people are gonna watch it regardless. So then
yeah,
my
exactly.
followers are forced to like endure me on a daily basis.
Oh man, yeah. God, the internet sucks. Anyway, um, oh, okay. I guess I have to ask everyone this now because I don't know who follows me, what they know, what they do. You know what I'm doing on TikTok
Um,
about running for president?
no, actually, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you don't. Okay,
It hasn't been on my For You page lately.
That's fine. There
You
was
were a
stuff
lot when we first became mutuals, but
it is a lot of like random stuff, so it doesn't. I'm like just spread out everywhere. It's not important. But what I'm doing, the reason why I'm on TikTok and doing this show and on YouTube and everything else is because I want to run for president in the next election
all right,
out of spite.
out of spite.
Yeah, out of spite. Completely out of spite. I have no desire to win. Like, if I win, I'll be president. But I only want to do it to annoy like the people at like Fox News and some of the people at MSNBC
Hell yeah.
and Ben Shapiro.
That's a
You know.
great fucking idea. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on this? I don't know what the.
Oh yeah, I'm not monetized. Say
Okay,
whatever you
cool,
want.
Because
Oh.
I cuss like a sailor, and I I don't know how to stop it. My
Fair
mouth
enough.
opens and it comes out.
That's fine. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing. Again, I didn't expect this to work like to any degree. And then I woke up one morning. Well, technically I work at night. So I got off work one morning and I had like 200,000 followers. And now I'm here. I don't know how that happened.
That's the thing with TikTok is like you get a couple. The way the algorithm works is you can just blow up instantly, and then you have all these followers and you have no fucking clue what to do with them. That's how it was for me too.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right.
But yeah, so that's what I am somewhat trying to do. So,
Right. I fucked this.
like as of right now, my only real plan, if you can call it that, is to continue doing this until some type of journalist who wants to make like a name for himself or get like just be put out there sees the story about the random idiot on TikTok who says he wants to run for president, write a story about it, and then everyone else picks it up because they have to, because the news media is a stupid animal that can't ignore the story regardless of how obvious of a trap it is.
Just fool the entire country.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. No, yeah, you definitely have to do that. Run for president. I'll help with your campaign. I'll do like what the people did with like Trump and Biden, where they'd stand on the street corner. I'd like be driving to the grocery store, and you just see this like group of people on the sidewalk with signs like cars that pass by.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We had people do it for the election for Washington State governor, and I don't know if you knew anything about Washington State governor elections. Probably not, because who cares? But one of our candidates, Lauren Colt, he was the Republican candidate for Washington State governor, and it was weird because he's from this like tiny little town in Washington. He was a police officer. The police in that town was literally just him and his dog were the only officers, because it was such a small town.
Wow. And okay.
Somehow he gained all this support like all around the state, and you had people standing outside like in the freezing cold all day long holding up Culp signs, and I'm like, how do you? I never really saw people do it for Inslee, the Democratic candidate, but even then, like, how do you just go outside and spend your whole day out there trying to get people? Do all these people know him personally? Are they like all his family, and they're like, all right, yeah, we're gonna.
I don't understand stuff like that. Like people have drive to do like. Well, I don't want to call it amazing because that makes it sound like it's a good thing. Stupid stuff.
Yeah, just ridiculous things. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, granted, I don't really have a drive to do much of anything, so I can't, like, talk too much about it. But it's always been weird to me of how, like, over the top people get once something started. But again, like that can literally be said about anything. So, the hell do I know?
Yeah, it says a lot about influence too.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I feel like people just see things and then they just run with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
again, I can't complain about it since that's literally what I'm trying to do. Yeah, but
exactly.
in my defense, I at least know that it's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So you're more like taking advantage of it in an ironic sort of way. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I love when people run for president just to like troll everyone. Vermin Supreme, the guy with the boot on his head.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So funny.
So this has nothing to do with anything, but I live in North Carolina, so when I wasn't sure what time it was supposed to be, so I have no idea. But you're like 3 hours behind me.
Yeah, so. It's 3:40 here.
Yeah, so I guess that's fine. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. That's just a thing.
I'm still kind of on East Coast time though, because I was just back in Maine. and then
Okay.
so now I'm like trying to adjust back to, the 3 hours difference
Hmm.
in Washington.
Yeah, jet lag sucks.
It's not. It's. I feel like I'm glitching too because I went. So I went in on May 8th. From the 8th to the 26th, I was back in Maine, and it's a 6-hour flight to Boston, and then we got to drive a few hours up to Maine, and my uncle was dying, so we went to see him, and then like we went back to Boston to catch the flight back to Washington, and he died like while I was flying back. So my dad stayed behind. I
Hmm.
went on the flight and came back to Washington, but for the funeral I had to go back. So I got, but I had to go back to Maine a week later. So I had to get on another 6-hour flight and then more driving and busing and going on the train and then back. So I was like, it was nonstop. I probably traveled a total of, I don't know, I failed math in high school. What's
Hmm.
six times 4, 30,
6 times. I don't know. I also suck at math, so
20. Well, it's
it
around
it
24 hours, I guess.
yeah. 20, that sounds about right. Because 6 and 6 is 12, and then 12 is 24. So yeah.
I don't know. That was my worst subject. I was good at everything else, but math could not be ours. There was no way I was.
Oh, see, you're better than me. I sucked at school.
School was not. I was good, like, I was good at, I was pretty book smart, so I kind of, like, I would know the material and I was good at that, but
Hmm.
problems with, like, I had problems kind of socially and then also with, like, getting stuff done because I wasn't diagnosed with autism until after I graduated high school. So I didn't have any accommodations or anything, so I was just trying to, like, navigate.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's. I don't know how I graduated. No, I know how I graduated high school because that was before, like, they really cared about stuff like that. Because, again, I grew up in the 90s. We didn't give a damn. As long as you could pass a random test at the end of the year, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So, it was lucky. But yeah, I sucked at school, mainly because I didn't want to be at school. So I kind of just zoned out most of the time.
Yeah, I did a lot of that. I think the only reason I thought that I was never gonna graduate, I was pretty sure that I was gonna end up dropping out at some point. I mean, I was on drugs. I was like in and out of different homes and shit. So I was like, oh fuck this. I'm not dealing with it. I can't do school, and I have all this other shit piled on top. But for my last couple years of high school, I went to an alternative school, which is like a small school. There's like 100 students. The class sizes were really small, like 7 to 10 kids per class. And the teachers and administration were incredible, and you could kind of create relationships with them. There was no homework. Everything was kind of at your own pace. So that's pretty much the only reason that I ended up graduating. But I'm happy that exists. I wish that more people had that opportunity to attend a school like that. If they're struggling in regular school, because I know a lot of kids struggle in regular school. Not really.
Oh yeah.
It's built for a very specific type of student, and not everyone's going to fall under that.
Well, yeah, school, because again, like, school was built, like, it was built for, like, a certain type of person, for, like, a super specific reason, which I don't really, well, I understand it. Like, I don't know if this is actually true, but presumably school was set up to get you ready to, go work in, like, offices and, like, cubicles and stuff.
Yeah, for the most part.
So,
yeah, there's not
like, it's such a stupid setup.
And I think education's super important, but I also think that they kind of take this like blanket, I guess, image of a student that was created, and they just kind of place it over everyone, and everyone's expected to work at the same pace, and
Yeah.
so it can be interesting. And then you have like also in high school, like when you're in high school, every little problem that you have seems so huge. And it's also hard being in high school. I mean, you have social pressure and then, pressure to like go, most people to go to college, get good grades, and then all this shit outside of school, and people can have whatever, going on in their own lives. But school just doesn't care about that. They're like, you have to put all your focus in this. I don't care if you're working or, have a social life or have hobbies. Put them to the side and do this. Put finding your identity to the side in the most important part of your life to find your identity.
and then it like didn't even matter after that, because like everything in the world changes like every 5 years anyway.
Right.
So the stuff that you do when you get out of high school doesn't even apply anymore. And
right. No. I look back. I've only been out of high school for like a year and a half now, but I look back and I'm like, damn. I thought all this shit was such a big deal back then, and I thought that I had it. I thought that I was like had it together and I knew everything, and now I'm like, okay, well, I had no fucking clue.
I'm lucky. See, I don't know. Again, I have yet to get diagnosed with anything, mainly because, well, I have never gone to like any type of psychiatrist or anything. But I do know that I was able to completely dissociate like social stuff from myself in high school. So I didn't have a problem with that. And then later, which I guess is now, anyway, later, because of the way my brain works, in whatever way that it turns out that my brain does work, it's like, what is it called? Oh my god. Because I look up like a bunch of stuff, like all the time. And I found out that I'm something called, not empath, I'm not empathetic. Anyway, I just have to describe it. I can like read people's, I can figure out the reason why people feel the way that they feel, which essentially is like makes it easier for me to be able to tell why people are acting a certain way as opposed to like feeling it myself, which means that while I have trouble like being emotional, I can, still connect with people in their problems.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to use that to help me figure out my own issues, while again I'm not like licensed in anything. It's, well, still better than me just ending up however I think I would have turned out, which probably would be like, I don't even know, just like in the corner, just staring at the ceiling, probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'll figure out eventually. Do you have any like plans to see any psychiatrists ever, or do you just not really care to?
No, I totally am, because like I shouldn't be saying it like this, considering all the people that actually have issues with stuff like this, but I am anyway, because, well, why wouldn't I? The only real reason I have to do anything in life as of right now is this. Like, so I guess whenever I get like the chance or the money, I'm specifically going to do that simply so I can figure it out. But that's only for the aspect of doing this. It's the same reason why I want to do the 23andMe thing.
Oh yeah.
Because like I don't actually care about stuff like that, but for the sake of doing this, I'll do it. So
I have one of those. So I wanted to do that too. I have an Ancestry DNA kit that's like unused, and I was gonna. My mother got it from my dad for Christmas one year because he was adopted, and he's never met any of his biological family. His birth mom was like 14 when she had him, and this was 1970 in a very like Catholic area of Maine, and that his biological family were like Irish Catholics, pretty strict. So they gave him up for adoption, and it was like a closed adoption. So he never knew their names or anything, and he never really cared because he was adopted, and he was like, well, I had parents who loved me, so I don't need to be the ones who couldn't take care of me. I don't really care that much. But so he gave it to me. He gave the test thing to me. He's like, if you want to find out, you want to know like who anyone is or what you are, or whatever, we can use it. But something doesn't sit right with me about like sending my DNA into some lab where they now own it and can sell it to whoever they want.
Oh, absolutely. But if someone wants to buy my DNA, I can't imagine who that person would be. But if they want to, more power to them.
I think they do sell it to those companies like the Ancestry and 23andMe type companies. They don't make their money off of like the kits. Go buy the kits. They make their money from your DNA. So I guess when you send it in, they now can like sell it to I don't know who they sell it to, but they sell it to like research companies.
Yeah, because
don't really care much to look into it, but so it's a little weird. Not that I think my DNA is that important that somebody would want to do malicious things with it, but I guess you never know, right?
I mean, that's what everyone is saying now before the clone army shows up.
Right.
But if I'm understanding this right, the clone army will only show up after we're all dead. So, I'll be fine with it.
There we go. If you're dead, then
honestly, even if I'm still alive, I still won't care.
I don't want to see a clone of myself. Like, I hope that shit comes after I'm long gone, because...
I mean, like, plenty of people have that, thinking. Like,
I just know that I'm fucking annoying, so I don't want to have to endure it myself the way other people have to endure it. No,
yeah.
I stay in the lab until I'm gone.
I get that.
But, it is weird to think about. And, like, just because technology is advancing so rapidly that we don't even know what's possible.
Yeah.
It could be some crazy shit going on. We don't even know.
What is that sound? What is that sound? It sounds like a bird or something. No. Oh well, I guess everyone's just going to deal with it. I don't know how to do sound stuff.
I don't. Yeah. It's not my thing. I'm deaf in my left ear. I don't know shit about sound.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's not important.
All right, let's go with it. Oh, my phone is about to die though. It is hot in this room. I had to get a new fan because you can't even see it because of the light. But I had to get a new fan because my old one was this like tiny little thing, and I don't have AC, so it gets hot and humid, and my room is the hottest one in the house, and I feel like I'm dying all the time.
That sucks. So, on a side note, the clicking stopped. So I don't know what it was. Something like where your phone was at. I don't know, but it stopped when you picked it up.
All right, I won't put it back there then. I don't have a computer to do this on. I have a computer, but it's like fucking 7 years old, and it has like 4,000 viruses on it. And every time I open it up, like a pop-up of a fucking girl's ass shows up. I'm like, what is this? I got scammed or something when I got the computer in like late middle school or something like that. And I got a scam call or virus or something on it, and I fell for it. And then the people put like more viruses on it so that they could like get me to pay them to take the viruses off. But by that point, I was like 14, and I called my dad and I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "That's a scam. Stop falling for it." So I didn't give him any money, but now I have like 4,000 viruses on my computer. So every time I open it, I have to close out of a bunch of stuff if I want to use it. So.
Well, there you go.
Yep. All right, the lighting is really bad over here, but I had to plug my stuff in. I hate how it's mirrored.
Oh.
Like, drives me crazy.
So,
I don't know which way to, like...
Yeah, again, that's what I was trying to figure out. I don't know. But, like I said, it's luckily everyone, whoever watches this, knows that I don't know what I'm doing, nor do I have any intention to, like, try and figure it out.
Right. I don't know... Continue, sorry.
Oh, you're the one. Go ahead.
I don't know the first thing about, like, podcasts and YouTube channels and all that. I just, like... I make 30-second videos on TikTok. It's an easy-to-use app. And that's the extent of it. I'm not good when it comes to, like, editing or even, like, talking to a camera for long periods of time.
I am not good at editing either. I also don't like editing because I have to listen to my own voice and it drives me insane.
I hate that's one of my least favorite parts. And also just takes way too long. It's too tedious.
Well, also, yes, that's also true. So, yeah. I realized, like, as soon as that was a thing, like, yeah, I don't think I have to be, like, good at this. I'm just gonna do whatever and...
Yeah, do what you want. I mean, I guess that's what it's about in the long run, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Happy with your content or you're having fun doing it.
Yeah.
If people enjoy it, they'll enjoy it, whether it's, like, top-notch editing quality or not.
Yeah. So, what I've been doing, because I've just been going down my mutuals list and just asking people if they want to be on my show. It's like, whoever will respond, and whoever doesn't, I don't really care. So, that's what this is. I just started, like, asking, like, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Included.
Yeah. It's fun. I like doing it. I was never really, like I said, in DMs that I'm not great at, like, talking a lot of the time, but not too long ago, I had a local, like, creator who I actually met through Tinder, but he was on there looking for, like, people to, you know, do, like, photo shoots or content, some, like, different videos and podcasts and stuff with. So, you know, I was like, okay, cool. He asked me to be on the podcast. I was like, all right. Went to the studio thing, his place in Seattle. And we just, like, drank beer and talked the whole time. And it was actually pretty fun. I was like, all right, I can roll with this. They were kind of giving me topics to bounce off of. And it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be.
See, and that's the thing, because real podcasts have topics and, like, points of discussion and stuff like that. I, on the other hand, just use this as an excuse to talk to random people about stuff. So...
just kind of a freestyle podcast. And just talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good way to do it. I feel like structure can get kind of... if I had a podcast, I don't think I would have a specific structure point to it because I would want to go off track. Like,
exactly.
I'd get new ideas and I'd be like, wait, can we change this? Can we change the course of this?
Listen, again, this only means anything if I actually win, but I feel like if I do win and become president, my presidential speech would be the most amazing thing ever.
I'd pay money to see it.
Because I legitimately have no idea how this is going to go. Like, I only can tell you how it's going to start. Because I'm sure I'm going to write something. More likely, someone's going to write something for me. But either way, I'm going to walk out there with a piece of paper that'll say a lot of great things. And I'll get to, like, the 10th word and nothing else.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's like one of the main reasons why I want to actually win.
I think that'd be hilarious.
That, and I also want to take like overly dramatic pictures in the Oval Office and then upload them to the internet so people can like digitally edit them. But
I wanna see you running the POTUS Twitter account.
I can't even run my own Twitter account now. I've posted like 2 things, I think. One of which is saying if I become president, I'll make Halloween the last Saturday of October. And
that's a great idea. I fucking hate when Halloween's on a weekday.
and something else. Or maybe it's just the one thing. I don't know. The point is, God, I hate Twitter. Like, the internet sucks in general. But Twitter is such a hellscape.
Twitter's a different, yeah, I don't really use it either. I have an account, like, every once in a while, if I have a really weird random thought, I'll go on there and tweet it. But, I mean, not that many people are seeing my tweets because I don't advertise my Twitter on any of my other social media. And I mostly just go on it, like, if I hear about something going on with, like, in the media or something, I hear, like, a story. I always go to Twitter to find, like, news.
Yeah.
Twitter is so quick with it.
Yeah, that's true.
But not like official news. I just mean like pop culture news for the most part. Like Stan Twitter gets on top of it immediately. Sometimes I'm curious. I'm like, maybe I do want to go on here and search up this scandal about this random celebrity's life that has nothing to do with me at all. I've been sitting in the house all day. I might as well read someone else's misfortune.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah. Oh, man. God, it's so insane.
It's a weird place. TikTok, too. God, I hate I hate TikTok.
We all hate TikTok.
No, I don't think I have a single, like, there's a single creator who I've talked to who doesn't like actually low-key hate TikTok because
like no one I've met either likes this goddamn app.
Because there's like annoying people on it, and then also the app itself is annoying, like especially when it comes to being a creator and trying to take out money or like.
Listen. They suspended my creator fund.
Really?
Yeah, but the thing is, my videos are like weird, so they haven't been getting like views. I made like all like $99 from like I don't know, since I don't know when. But the point is, I don't even have like $100 on it. It's like, keep it. So I switched back to creative. I got out of the creator fund. It's like, okay, and took out my last 100, and that was it. But yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah. The creative fund. So like, I know a lot of people who have been banned from the creative fund. Some like permanently. And it's rough because they'll ban you for the smallest of offenses, and I'm so surprised that I haven't been banned from the creator fund. So surprised because my content is not exactly family friendly, and I get my videos deleted a lot. So I'm just waiting for the day I get a community guidelines violation and get kicked out of the creator fund. I hope not. I just recently had a problem with it. I was trying to withdraw my money, and anytime I tried to fill out like the tax form, I would click continue and it would say like something went wrong, please try again, and it did that for weeks anytime I tried to do it. So I had to eventually email support and like find out how to fix that, and they fixed it for me. I was able to withdraw it, but yeah, I didn't really have that much money in there. I know some people. I have a mutual who was one of my mutuals from political TikTok,
Mhm.
Andrew, and is he's like 14, but has like $600 in the creative fund and can't get it out because you have to be 18 to withdraw it.
Oh, that's right.
So he's just sitting on this like $600 payout that he can't even access.
God, that would suck.
I know. Ugh, I can't even. Yeah, I did not have that much money in there. I wish. I wish I had that much money in there.
Yeah. Again, like I have my, job. I mean, I hate it, but I have it, so I didn't really need it. So, but luckily, because there were like people who like do this, as like their actual job,
Yeah, right.
and like they, because it happens to them too, and that's
Mhm.
that's what really sucks.
Right. Like this is their career basically, and this is the only revenue that they have, and then it's just taken away because they had a couple community guidelines violations, which the community
Yeah,
guidelines are shit anyways.
they're complete garbage.
I get so mad, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I sometimes I really do not follow the community guidelines. Like I sometimes my videos get deleted, and rightfully so. Like last night, some I love responding to hate comments and just being mean. Like I feel like most of my
Okay,
account is literally just borderline cyberbullying assholes.
sure, sure.
And this like racist anti-vax woman commented that I was ugly or something, and I was like, how can I have fun with this while also making it like good content that will make me money?
Mm.
Um, so I just made fun of her baby.
That's not where I was expecting that to go,
I
but
posted a
okay.
video. I was like, your baby's head is way too fucking big, and then I photoshopped it to be smaller, and then like she got pissed and reported it, and then the video got deleted for harassment and bullying. And when I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? It was blowing up, and you deleted it. Like, how dare you call me out for something that I do? Harassment and bullying. Who cares? Deal with it.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, of course.
Let's
Ouch.
talk about the like 40-year-old woman who's on TikTok cyberbullying teens first. Okay, don't post your ugly ass baby then, and I won't have to say anything.
It's like the amount of adults on TikTok that just like needlessly call like actual kids' names. Like it's okay. It's like astonishing.
I had this one. Oh my god, this was so funny. So I made a video one time, like it was a comedy video where I was like, I'll be damned if I have one of those like little kids that's addicted to an iPad by the time they're 3 years old,
Mm.
and it was just basically a video criticizing those little kids. You know those like little kids you see like in public, and their parents
Yeah.
give them iPads, and they get their sticky little finger greases all over the iPad, and they scream when the parents take it away.
Yes, I know
I
what you're talking about.
I made, I made a video about that, and this woman who she was probably in her like late 20s. She had like a 2-year-old. She got mad because I guess she lets the iPad parent her 2-year-old, and
Mm.
she started commenting like, actually, my daughter has an iPad and she's 2 and she's totally fine. And I'm like, yeah, she's 2. Wait till she's a little bit older to say that she's totally fine, because I bet she won't be. And I made a video response to her comment, and then her husband was mad that I was like calling out his wife. So he came onto my page and he made 7 videos on his account. Like if you went on his account, it was just like 7 duets with me, or like stitches. 7 videos about me. Because I like called out his wife for giving that 2-year-old an iPad. And I thought that was so funny. Because I'm like, you are like 27, 28 years old. I was like 18. And you're like coming on TikTok, like a kids app that's dominated by teenagers just to like defend your shitty parenting that is called out first of all by teenagers. If teenagers are like, oh God, I just no. It was such a hassle too because I was like, okay, just talk about me some more. Are you? I guess maybe it was running up his creator fund. I don't know.
7 videos. I can't even keep 7 videos in a line of like my actual. Like I never understood how people can do that. Like, then again,
I just don't know. Right.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Shit. I wish I remembered what he said. I wish I'd saved the videos because I like vividly remember this period of time, and I thought it was really funny. They were really, really mad, but I just thought it was funny.
It sounds hilarious.
Yeah, 7 videos. How? Like, don't you have like a full-time job? You like literally have children to take care of.
Yes. And then I went on my lunch break and made 7 videos
about this teenage girl. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a teenage girl said that 2-year-olds maybe shouldn't have iPads.
Wow.
Oh, my phone keeps messing up. There we go. Yeah, that was a really weird era of my. A lot of weird shit happens on TikTok, but I can't bring myself to delete it. I always talk about how much I hate it, but I just can't delete it.
Well, again, like I've never like even if, well, again, for me it's not if, it's when. Because again, with what I'm doing, I'm literally like, I'm literally just waiting until like all the like once this happens, like all the crazy people are gonna come to my page and just like open like a floodgate. But luckily for me, I don't care. So, you know, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I can say, as terrible, as much as I wish I couldn't say it, I am addicted to TikTok, like, in a way. Like, I just can't bring myself to delete it. I don't really go on it that often. I've been going on it a little bit more to make videos. For a while, I kind of took a hiatus. I wasn't making much content. But I've thought about there's been so many times where I'm like, I'm just going to delete TikTok and I'm not going to go on it again. And then I always end up going back.
Well, you know why, right? It's because for all the issues that TikTok does have, which is all of them, the one thing that this app apparently has is a goddamn psychic fairy in it that just knows what everyone wants to see.
The algorithm is like beautifully designed, right? Like my For You page is so perfectly catered to like the content that I enjoy, and it happens so fast. And then also, like, I've also built kind of like a community, right, on there. So I have a lot of friends who I've met through there and that I'm really close with. And I guess I you know, obviously I could keep contact with them like outside of TikTok, but then I feel like I'm not in like the loop. And then I don't really know what they're talking about. So I don't mind it. I've met a lot of cool people from it, so there's pros and cons. But there is good content on that app. So as much as there is bad content, there is good content.
And again, like that's like, well, that's also the fault because the spectrum just doesn't end at bad to good because there's everything on TikTok.
Exactly. There's something for everyone on TikTok.
Yeah. It's not exactly a good thing, but it is true.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of funny stuff. Like, I go on TikTok and I'll look through my For You page and I'll just be laughing. It's also, I like it because the way the TikTok algorithm works is it's more in favor of, like, just regular people, whereas social medias like YouTube and Instagram and whatnot their algorithms generally tend to push, like, people who are already really popular content creators, and it makes it less relatable.
Yeah.
And less personal. Whereas on TikTok, you go through your For You page and it's just regular people. And since it's catered to you, it's people who you can relate to. So
Right.
I find that very convenient and very like comforting.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's the only reason I have a following on there is because it's literally the easiest social media site to gain a following on.
Right.
But
Yeah.
people will like find my TikTok. I don't tell people in my real life most of the time about my TikTok because it's just like an embarrassing conversation I don't want to have. But they'll find it and they'll be like, "Oh my god, you're TikTok famous." I'm like, "Okay, so I have 100 some odd thousand followers on the easiest app to gain 100 some odd thousand followers on." And I did it by making like poop jokes and political satire videos. I don't think that's much of an accomplishment if we're being honest.
Yeah, and that's true because I feel the same. Like people like ask me like, well, not in my real life because I don't talk to people I know about TikTok. Like whether I don't even know if they know that I'm on it or not. I don't care. Like people like ask me like, what do you think about being famous? Like I'm not famous. You have like 300,000 followers. Like yeah, on TikTok. That
Exactly.
doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's
Because you
like
close the app and then you go back to your real life and it's like it's not. Like when I think famous, I think of people like the fucking Kardashians or like Justin Bieber, like people who everyone knows who they are and they're filthy rich because of their notoriety. Like that's what I think of
exactly.
famous. I am not famous by any. I'm a 19-year-old college student who sits in a room all day crying and I'm broke. So what am I getting?
Right. Exactly. Like, because I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, like all the other stuff is still true. Like, because they're like the famous people. Some of them are also just stay in their house all day and cry. But at the end of the day, they're still rich. And
exactly, they're crying in like multi-million-dollar mansions with indoor pools. I'm crying in a hot ass room that has no AC.
right. And then they take a picture of themselves crying, and it's like apparently now it has to be an issue now because they're mildly sad.
Right.
Oh god, celebrities are annoying too.
I hate like internet culture and what it's created. I'm not big on all of that. I just don't really care. One
Your
day.
phone. One day.
What's up?
Your phone's breaking up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, one day I want to just like get rid of my phone and just get like a flip phone.
Hmm.
Not deal with any of this like social media shit anymore.
Hmm.
I think that'd be interesting.
Like, if I actually do win, like I've said, like I'm willing to like go through with this for as long as possible. Like if I don't win this time, then I'll just run next time and so on and so forth. Like the moment I win, or I find something else better to do, I'm literally deleting everything and moving on with my life.
Right. Same, right? Like I feel like all this shit is just because I don't have anything better to do.
Exactly.
So like when I'm out of school and I'm working and hopefully by that time traveling, I'm not gonna have time for sitting and going on social media and TikTok and all that.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna have to call it quits. But for now, I'm not doing anything. So my college is online. I literally sit in my room all day. I sometimes do work. Well, that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm unemployed right now, so I just don't do
literally anything unless I have to like actually go out and take care of my responsibilities. But that's such a minuscule part of my everyday life at this point. And a rut.
God. Yeah. God. Oh man. Listen.
Your mic's
So.
kinda broken up too.
Oh. So I was just
Your
thinking.
mic was breaking up a little bit too.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Can you hear me? Eh.
Can, but there's like this weird staticky sound every time you talk.
Oh, yeah, I hear it too. I don't know what's going on. It's not important because it was like 50 minutes, so this is usually around the time when I ended anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're going in 50 minutes. I didn't even realize.
Nope. What is this? I don't know what this is. Alright, anyway. So, this was... You got kind of depressing there at the end. Well, various points in it.
No kidding.
Cause,
Even to me, to make it depressing eventually.
listen, I talk about depressing stuff too. I just... Because clearly, that's what we have in common is being depressed about stuff. Which... Good for us, I guess. I'm just not sure how good of a show it'll be. But I don't care. My show isn't about being entertaining. It's about whatever happens to be happening on that episode. So there you go. Anyway, thanks. God, you're right. The mirroring is really annoying. Anyway, thanks to Rye for joining me on whatever this is. If you have anyone that you want me to bother by making them talk to me, I don't know, message me or whatever. I don't know. I'm terrible at closing things out. I'm just gonna go. Alright, bye.
Thank you for having me.
No
Very
problem.
fun. Bye-bye.
Alright.
I hope I'll be tuning in. Let me know when it's like uploaded.
Oh, sure.